Girl, it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. How are we doing, Star Fam? How are we doing? 2023 not playing no games. 2023 is not playing no games. And everything that is happening, we will talk about tomorrow. Hot Topics is back. Hot Topics is back. How are we doing? Cordelia said, so excited for you to talk about Love Island Games. It's a great show. It's a great show. I'm finally caught up. Yeah, now they do like 2 episodes a freaking day. I'm like, this is too much content. Chill out. It's another episode that's about to come on. Miss GG88. So basically, this will be a 4-hour live. I'm here for it. I'm trying to keep it down to 2 hours and 20 minutes. We will see. Megan said, "Hey, NikkiNicoleStar fam. I hope everyone is doing well and had a great day." Thank you so much, Megan. Juicy said, "Hey fam, glad I could still make it in time. I haven't kept up with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills so far, but I know I'll still have a good time with it and everything else here." I know that's right. Blue Jay said, "Hey NikkiNicoleStar fam, I hope you all are doing well and that you had a good day or at least a peaceful night. Amen. Now that I'm in Atlanta, safe away from Hollywood, because girl, what is going on?" We are having air chicken and do you mean air fryer chicken and potatoes? I have to go to the store tomorrow. Listen. Tomorrow is my last and final Thanksgiving shopping day. I'm hitting up all the major stores mad early, and that's it. I'm not going out for nothing else. If you are cooking Thanksgiving dinner, the last time that you need to be in the market is on Friday. On Friday. Everything else, the people in your family who are not cooking, they can run to the store and get it. After Friday, I have runners. I don't go to that market. Absolutely not. Blue Jay said, "I will be listening while finished cleaning." So you came at a great time. Great. Mama Star is here. Johnny's Acting Channel said, "Hi, Mama Star. Love the support you have for your kids. It's beautiful, man." Oh, thank you. Hey, Monsi, how are you? Janelle said, hey, Star fam. Hey, Nikki and Mama Star. My birthday is tomorrow. I know that's right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Suda, what's up? Said, "Love Island Games is so good. Please tell me you're watching. It's phenomenal." I feel like after watching all the Love Islands that I've watched, it's one of their best shows. And I watched season 5. It's one of their best shows. Hey, Irene, how are you? Hey, Addie, how are you? Hey, Miss GG88. Hey, Tamora. How are you? Spitzy said, "Hey, NikkiNicoleStar fam. I have been waiting for Diddy's downfall for years. I know people in the industry are shaking their boots." Listen, my group chats are on fire and everybody is just like, this is really bad. This is really bad. So hold on to your horses. Irene said, "Another episode is coming out in like 30 minutes. I know. We will talk about that tomorrow. Hey, Victoria said, "Hey, family. Hope everyone is well. Glad to be here for the live." Thank you for being here, Priscilla. Love Like You Are said, "Everyone that I wish bad on for the past 5 years has been getting their comeuppance. Eric Adams, Diddy, the Beehive." Oh, my God. Can you put the Supreme Court on there, please? Yes, I will be talking about that tomorrow with Mama Star. Instead, love that you are watching Love Island Games. Want to know what you think of Justine and Jack. People are having differing opinions. We will get into it. Shanti said, "Hey, NikkiStar and fam. So happy to see your beautiful face." Thank you. Thank you for being here. Johnny's Acting Channel said, "I already can tell from your intro. You got a lot to tell us and we're ready." Today has been crazy. Amira said, "What do you think of Love Island Game host Maya Jama?" Is it Jama? I thought it was James. Gorgeous woman. Is she South African? Or is it East African? She built like them East African girls. But I think she's a great host. Where was she? Like she disappeared for like 4 or 5 episodes. Hey Greta, how are you? And guys, we have so much to talk about, so I'm going to get into it right now. First, we're going to start with Love at the Lockup because I think I have more to say about Love at the Lockup and Love Island Games than I do about the other shows. So let's get right into Love After Lockup. Let's get into Brittany and Key Rock. Brittany and Key Rock. Oh, I gotta fix this image. Don't worry, that'll be fixed tonight. Brittany and Key Rock. This happened so long ago, but Key Rock's rap performance. No shade, but I didn't think that Brittany was serious about Key Rock rapping until she was like, "Come on, babe, can you show me a little something? Like, do your rapping, babe, please." And Key Rock started rapping like seriously. Like, this is what he wants to do. And I'm like, absolutely not. Please, we do not need another rapper on this show. But I like this couple. I think that they're cute. I do feel like Brittany falls into an abusive space with the people in her life because she so desperately desires being wanted by family and friends and by partners. And I think she's just an easy lick for awful people. Again, I do like this couple, but I do not like the way that Key Rock treats Brittany. I don't like it. It's very verbally and mentally abusive, in my opinion. And I also think that Brittany is a bit more in love with Key Rock than Key Rock is with Brittany. I think that Key Rock is in love with the aesthetic of Brittany and also in love with the fact that she held him down for so long. But I don't feel like the passion is there for Brittany that like the way Brittany has for Key Rock. I will say this about Key Rock's family. I love the way that his family embraces him. And I'm telling you, as a Black American Christian, that was very great to see that kind of representation because it's just not seen often. I will speak on my community. I don't know about anybody else's community, but I know that my community has a huge homophobia problem. And just the acceptance of anything different. It's not cultural. It's absolutely religious. You know that my people, Christianity was beaten to my people. So we just really white supremacist Christianity was beaten to my people. So we really do go by the laws of the land that we were taught through Christianity. And I think it's just very hard for Black people to accept that we have people who are not like others, that there are people who are different, especially because homosexuality, being trans, being different in general is seen as a sin, although nobody can find it in the Bible, but it's just what we go off of. So I thought that it was really great to have that kind of representation where we see how Key Rock's family embraces him, especially how his Black mother embraces him and loves on him. And, you know, there was I think a few episodes ago, there was a really great one where Key Rock sat down with his mother and, you know, started to cry because he was different and saying, I know that was really hard for you. And she said, don't you shed another tear. You're my child. I love you just the way you are. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You were not born with any effect. There's nothing wrong with you. You are my child. You are my son. And she said with her chest. And it just brought tears to my eyes because I do know that families like that exist. My family is one of them. I will say we are working on people in my family. We're working on updating their language and their understanding. But I do have trans family members. I do have family members who are part of the Let God Be True Quickly community, and they are accepted and loved, and you better not say nothing about them, right? But we still got to work on their lingo. we're getting there. It's work. But I do think that families like that exist, and I'm glad that we had some kind of representation like that on this show, which is why I love Love at the Lockup, right? It's a wretched reality TV show, right? But it's a wretched reality TV show based around real poor and working class people. And to be quite honest with you, that's where the community is. That's where the family is, in poor and working class communities. So I'm just glad we got that representation as well, because I think that needed to be seen. And I love that we have a trans Black man that is being loved on by his Black Christian American family. I loved seeing that. Now, although I like seeing that, let's talk about what I didn't like. And I'll reiterate, I do not like the way that Key Rock speaks to Brittany. I think that he just has a very short fuse with her. He treats her as if she is dumb or slow. And I think he does that because Brittany is just so dependent on everyone, right? Although she can be fully independent, she just makes herself fully dependent on other people in her life, because here we have this young woman that we met who was fresh out of prison, but getting her life back on track, working at a nail salon, also working at a restaurant, and then going to school full time because she wanted to, own a hair salon and, do hair and, run her own business. But as soon as Key Rock gets out, she changes her whole path and she's just like, I need to be a wife to him. So let me just drop everything and stop pursuing the things that are going to make me better and put everything into Key Rock. But I did, although I don't like the way that Key Rock speaks to her, I did like the fact that Key Rock was just like, you need to finish what you started. Like, I was pimping women in prison for me to get that money to send you to beauty school. And now you're saying you don't want to do it because you want to be a stay-at-home mom. For what? Key Rock don't want kids. And I don't know why Brittany keeps on pushing this idea that, they're going to use Key Rock's eggs and she's going to have the baby so that the baby could be a part of the both of them. Key Rock is not going to go off of his meds or whatever, hormones or whatever that he's taking to suppress his former body, right? He's not going to stop doing that so that he can produce eggs for you to then carry. I don't know why Brittany keeps on pushing it when I feel like from watching this, Key Rock has been very open and honest about not wanting kids, at least now, and absolutely not wanting to stop his hormones to produce eggs for her to carry. So Brittany, if you want a child so bad, why don't you just have a child? You and Key Rock can sit down and talk about a donor. I'm pretty sure that Key Rock wouldn't mind somebody from his family being a donor so that you guys can have a child, maybe later in life. But it's like you keep on pushing it, and it's like, this man is telling you, I am not changing my identity to go back to something that is my dead life to appease you because you want to carry a child. And I am going to stand with him in that stance, right? I think Brittany doesn't realize what she's asking, how much of she's asking Key Rock to give up to appease her, when Key Rock has been very open and honest about not wanting kids. You got to listen, mama. You got to listen. And you know what really broke my heart? When she went back to her hair school to quit, and all of the women, the older women in that hair salon was like, girl, don't do it. And they were all giving her examples from their own lives about how they gave up everything for the men and the children in their lives. And now they're later on in their life trying to recoup some of that. And even one lady said, you will never get this time back. You say that you're going to stop now and come back next year. You're not, because it's always going to be something that you put in front of your future. Even that girl who was just like, I was a mom at 16 and I had to drop everything to be a mom. My life was my kids and I could not do anything else. I'm 30. I will say she was like, I'm 30, like it's the end of the freaking world. But she's like, I'm 30 trying to get back something. And I see you at 22, just giving it all up. And Brittany, 22, right? You can't tell people anything at 22. But she's like, I know what I want. I know what I'm going to do. I want to take a break for 6 months. And then, I'm going to come back. And I really do not think that. I think what's happening now is that Key Rock is out of prison and she wants to take care of her man, but she also wants to, do the hosting and, be like a pseudo celebrity because this show gives you some kind of platform. So I'm thinking that she really wants to invest in that. And then later on, go back to hair school when it fully suits her. But if I was her, I would have listened to the elders. At some point, you got to start listening to the elders because those women were really speaking life into her and she was just not accepting it at all. Poor thing. God bless her. But we've all been 22. Yikes. Let's move on to Sheree and Anthony. Not even going to hold you. I'm scared. Anthony scares me. The way Sheree speaks to him, I'm like, I wouldn't talk to him like that if I were you. Like, I just wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, he's just very even toned and he's so even toned, but he's short with his even tonedness, right? Like when they were preparing for his party or whatever, and he was just like, are you done? Like real chill though, but it was like real direct. Are you done? Because I don't want to do this. This is what you want to do. Then when it got to the party, it was just like, I don't even want none of this. This is what you want. This is all your friends. I don't want to do it. Like just being like, he's very direct. And I'm like, he's been in prison for a very long time. And here you come trying to pull some rank with a man that looks very, no shade, violently repressed. I just wouldn't talk to him the way she's talking to him. But you know what? She says she's known him since they were kids. And I'm just like, I don't think that child that you met on the schoolyard is this man that just came out of prison. I think some things have changed. Although Anthony scares me, he could be a really nice, upstanding guy, but I'm just saying his demeanor is a little dark and brooding for me. You know what I mean? But, again, if Sheree likes it, I love it. I will say that Sheree is very messy, because there was no reason to invite your baby father to your boyfriend or your fiance who just got out of coming home party, right? Yeah, coming home party. I don't think that it was necessary for you to do that, but I do think that you did that because you wanted to make your baby father jealous, which lets me know that you're still hung up on your baby daddy. You wanted to let him know that you moved on, and you wanted him to see you in all of your glory. And you also wanted your new man to intimidate him and make him feel less than, and like he lost out on something great. I wouldn't play with that man like that. And I'm talking about the one you just got out of prison. And I also wouldn't play with the father of my son, because you being messy like that is showing you as an unfit parent, right? Because why put your child in a situation like that? Why anger the man that's going to be living in a home with your child? You've already shown that the decision making is not really quite there for you to bring a violent felon in your home with your young child. What is up with women? We're supposed to be the common sense in a relationship. What is happening here? But again, sis, if you like it, I love it. Let's move on to Andy and Brittany. I told you this man was a con artist. I told you this man was a con artist, and Brittany is finding it out slowly but surely, because he has no money and he's about to get locked up and go to prison because that man is reporting fraud. After he gambles all of his money away, he goes and reports fraud to the bank. He's going to prison. He's going to be on the opposite side of love after lockup, because we know that the feds watch these shows. I do feel sorry for Brittany. Here is why. She was obviously tricking this man, and now that she's out of prison, she does not want to be bothered with him, but she needs money, right? And of course, we've seen that it's been very hard for felons to get a job, and she has children who she needs to provide for. And she doesn't want to go back to tricking because she obviously has to be high to trick, but she needs this money from this man. But she knows that Andy will not give up the money until she gives up the punani. So she's in a really tough and difficult situation because she does not want to have sex with him. She does not want to be near or around him, but she needs money. Thankfully, she caught him in a scam and made him feel bad, because as soon as she started putting two and two together, and she was just like, oh, so you gamble all your money away and then you report fraud to the bank. And Andy was like, get this thing off me. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I said, oh, because you busted. You busted. So he gave Brittany that shut up money and got her out of his home. He don't want nothing to do with her or the show anymore because he's been exposed on national TV for frauding the bank. Prison doesn't scare people anymore. Prison doesn't scare people anymore. The only reason why I don't scam is because I don't want to go to prison. That's it. I'm from Philadelphia. We were born to scam, but I'm not going to prison. Absolutely. I will walk the straight and narrow. I am not going to prison. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I'll just get another job. You're going to jail, Andy. You are going to jail. Did you see in the last episode how Andy lied to Brittany's daughter when Brittany was calling and was just like, I can't locate my mom. Do you know where she is? He's like, oh, I don't know where she is, but wherever she is, she's fine. Don't worry about it. Lying to her, knowing that Brittany is outside after they had a big argument. She's speaking to his daughter he's speaking to her daughter like he has no idea where she is. That was very scary to me. Very scary to me. And I pray on tomorrow's episode that we see Brittany getting out of that situation, that she does not relapse, and that she just gets into a healthy environment and is able to get into a place where she can provide for her kids. I wonder where her family is. Where's her community? Where's her support system? It's so sad. She has nobody to call, nowhere to go. And she has these children who are dependent upon her and miss her and need them as their mother. Very, very tough. Very, very tough because these kids have been suffering, especially her daughter. And the reason why I think her daughter was breaking down the whole time she was with her mom and Andy and his son is because she knew her mom was tricking, and nobody wants to see their mom in that situation. She knew that her mom didn't want to be with that man, and she knew her mom was being with that man for financial gain. And I think it was just heartbreaking and embarrassing to see her parent like that. Poor thing. I was gonna save her for last, but let me talk about her. Wait, do I have her picture? Hold on, let me get her picture up here. Oh, y'all know I love Joy Nomi. Y'all know I love Joy Nomi. Let me tell you about my girl. She is the only person, the only woman who took my advice. Joy Nomi said, my man is locked up, not me. She said, my man is locked up, but not this puss. I'm going to have some fun. She just kept on sleeping around on this man. And when she was talking to Red's mom and the sister was just like, no, you didn't just cheat on him twice. You cheated on him 3 times. And the mom was like, whoa, what you talking about? We'll get to that raggedy mother later. But she was like, no, what you talking about? And Jordan was just like, I did it again. Ma'am, you keep on having these orgies. What is going on? She just keeps on slipping up and accidentally having all this sex and then got pregnant. This is the only thing I don't like that Joy Nomi did. She wants to make Red her son's father, and she doesn't want to tell the man or the men. Very Maury Povich behavior. Big Maury Povich behavior. She doesn't want to tell the men that it could be that they possibly have a child, I guess out of embarrassment, but she's just like, I'm not even going to find out. I'm just going to let Red be my son's father. And I'm like, I get that there's probably some shame there, but just for even freaking medical reasons, you need to know who your child's father is. You need to know what's in that bloodline. So if your child walks a little different or coughs a certain way or has some kind of chemical imbalance, you need to know what that's coming from if it's not your bloodline. You need to find out who your child's father is. And then what if this man actually wants to be in your kid's life? Like, you got to give him the opportunity to either be a dad or a deadbeat. I was just like, girl, I can't rock with you on that. Listen, live. You better live La Vida Loca and have a good time and live your life. But now a child is involved and you just have to do better. Another mother making poor decisions with their child's life, and you guys are raising sons. And you think the best man to raise your son is a man that is fresh out of prison for violent acts that he committed. What's up? What's happening here? Like, oh, that's my girl though. I will give her that. I like the fact that she said, listen, he's locked up, not me. I'm gonna live my life. And why not? Why not? You getting banged in the free world, he getting banged in prison, or he banging somebody. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Live your best life, mama. And I love the fact that she gets his family together. She don't let the mother or the sister talk to her any kind of way. And I love that. The sister's like, why didn't you do this for my brother? Why didn't you send my brother this? Why didn't you take care of my brother? And I'm just like, why didn't you? You knew your brother was hungry. You ain't put nothing on his books. You're waiting for this woman, let's tell the truth and shame the devil, to sell her food stamps to go feed this man. Like, what are you doing? And you know me, if you're living in poverty, why are you taking money out of your son's mouth to put on Red's books? Oh my goodness. No sense. No sense. Red's mom, yikes, had me fooled. Had me fooled. She was playing that, concerned, downtrodden black mom to a T. Had no idea she was the freaking R. Kelly of her neighborhood. What the heck? That threw me for a loop. I was gagged by his mama. I said, that lady is a molester? Love after lockup. Love after lockup. Red has no type. Because in the latest episode, we see the woman, Bestie, because he fresh out of prison, right? His sister then told him that Joynomi has been cheating on him several times. So he feels like he has this past, right? Joynomi, he takes her to the hotel. He does all this stuff to her, flips her every kind of way and chews on her whole entire body and makes her feel special, right? Not only was he love bombing her, he was peen bombing her, having sex with her, making her feel that he desires her, only to keep her in this space where she will continue to provide for him. And when she finds out that he's cheating on her, she will not leave because she will blame herself because she was, cheating on him while he was locked up. So she'll feel like, you know what, well, I did that to him. I'm going to let him do this to me 3 times, as many times as I did it. But then I'm going to tell him that you got to be faithful and respectful to me. He doesn't respect you now. So there's not going to be any boundaries that you can put on this man. But anyway, we meet Bestie, the woman that his side chick. And I'm like, you have no type. Because where did you get this woman from? What Resident Evil video game did you get this woman out of? I was like, Red. But you know what? He's been locked up a long time. So you know what? Have fun, brother. Have fun. Louis and Melissa. They're going to be on Life After Lockup, and I don't know why. I'm already sick of them. Melissa is annoying. Louis is just buying time until he gets his dentures, and then he's going to be a menace like he was before, he got hooked on heroin. And it's just going to be a cycle of Melissa. Louis, what you do this to me, Louis? What you need this money for, Louis? And the mother, Louis, come home. I'm done. Send them to the Jersey Shore. I don't feel like them people on this show. They are extremely annoying. Melissa doesn't get the fact that she's a sugar mama. She's trying to make this a legitimate relationship. And I'm just like, girl, it's not that. Just be a sugar mama and live in peace. But don't get his teeth done, because as soon as he gets his teeth done, he's out. That man is out. He got his pizza shop job back, right? He got a piece of car that he just bought, and you about to get him some dentures? Okay, girl. And I feel like Melissa knew that she created a monster, because when she was sitting in there in the dentist's office, she was just like, I don't want him to become any more active. If I was the dance instructor that Melissa thought was flirting with Louis, the way that I would show up to her house and read her for filth, like, excuse me, you think I want this man? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I just don't feel like delusional Melissa. I don't feel like it's an interesting enough storyline. I will say it was a very sweet moment where Louis hugged his mom and was just thanking her for all the things that she did for him and standing by him while he was in prison, and just welcoming him home. But I'm just like, I feel like that's it. I don't think there's any more of a storyline that we need to get into. Let's move on to Chelsea and Mikey. I actually really like them. And to me, this feels like the real deal. I will say that Chelsea was a bit annoying, in my opinion, when she was getting mad at Mikey because her benefits got cut off. She said something. And I think the second to last episode, and she said, I get SSI benefits through my father. And I'm like, how you get that? How you get benefits through your dad? Like, what's going on? Like, teach me. Teach me. And she got really upset because I guess under the SSI was food stamps and everything, and all that stuff got cut off. And she was just really upset because she was just like, we have no money. And she's essentially taking care of Mikey. And I get the frustration, but I just felt like the way she was treating Mikey was so nasty. When prior to him getting out of prison, you were so happy he was coming home. You were so obsessed with him. You were going up to the prison, happy to see him. Then he gets out of prison and all of a sudden you are annoyed. Were you in love with the fact that he was incarcerated? And now that he's out, the fantasy is like over? I don't understand, right? I will say, I love the fact that she opened up to him and was just like, I don't move as fast sexually because of what has happened to me. She was assaulted by her ex. And what the heck? Why is there a ghetto bird in my neighborhood? We don't do that over here. Oh Lord, welcome to Atlanta. Anyway, so she opened up to him, and that's why she was just like, I don't really want to be sexual with you at this moment because that happened to me. And I love the fact that Mikey was just like, you know what, I understand, and I will wait until you're ready. Let's wait a while. What's the next part? Before we go to, well, I forgot the words. Let me go back. But I like that. I like the fact that he was just like, I will be patient. I will wait. I'm glad that I understand now. I do feel like she just needs to be a bit nicer to him. I'm like, you've been waiting for him to get out of prison this entire time. You keep on getting into arguments with him. You're abandoning him on the side of the road when you need to be in the room with him while he's talking to his lawyer because that man is about to get some money. Oh, that man is about to get some money. He got himself a little civil rights lawyer. Oh, he's about to get some money. If you was a real woman, you would have been sitting up there listening to that lawyer and, signing the proper questions so you can find out when that check is going to get deposited because that jailhouse, wherever he was, that prison that was beating up on him is absolutely going to settle. Absolutely going to settle. But you in your feelings and so nasty, you done missed all the tea. You should have been up in there saying, okay. Girl, that's where you need to be sitting by your man because he is about to get some coin. He's about to get some coin, but you just sitting in your feelings, and I need you to work on that. I need you to work on that because you were really happy for Mikey to get home, and now that he's home, you're acting mad nasty. And maybe it was the fact that she was just like not really comfortable having sex with him. And so now that she's revealed to him what it is, maybe they'll be in a better position, hopefully. But I was just like, oh, you acted mad nasty for somebody who was very excited for him to come home. Mikey, don't you ever in your life ask another woman if she wants to sleep with you in your mother's bed when your mother has freshly passed away. A woman doesn't want to sleep in your mother's bed ever, especially not after she just passed away. You that horny? Calm down. Calm down. Asante and Raynika. What time is it? Diva time. What time is it? Diva time. I like Raynika. She's a good character. I hope the show does something with her more after this. I hope they pull Chevelle and Quaylon, because I'm telling you right now, Chevelle and Quaylon were not together. The only reason why they are back together is because the show put them back together, because the fan base, me, wanted them back on the show. That's the only reason. I do not believe that this is a real relationship. So you need to find a felon for Raynika and bring her back on the show because she was so funny. I'm glad that she finally woke up, and left Asante, like when she realized that he was dating her and several other people. And she just realized she was being played. She just realized she was being played. You know what? May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. We're not going to drag him. We're not going to drag the dead. May he rest in peace. He had 3 women. May he rest in peace. I will say this, may he rest in peace. But when Raynika cussed him out in the hallway of that hotel room, I love her. She's my girl. She gets so poetic when she cusses somebody out. Oh, the money that I gave you, I will never give you that money. I'll give you best. I'm like, girl, you think you gonna play me, but you're not gonna play me today. Wait, hold on. I love her. She's good TV. I hope this show does something with her again. I really, really do. But you know what, Asante, may you rest in peace. But starting three. And of course, he's still in love, or he was still in love with his baby mom. Listen, I mean, I know my big age is going to be very hard to not date men with children. Well, I'm a millennial. A lot of us don't have kids, so it might not be that hard. But I feel like them baby dads still be in love with that baby. Now, the baby mom, she will move on. But them baby fathers, especially the first baby mom, they still be in love with them. They still be in love with them. When Asante said that, I'm still in love with my baby mama, I said, I believe it. I believe it. May he rest in peace. That's all I wanted to say about this show. We're going to talk about this show. What time is it? We're going to talk about this show for 10 minutes. Then we're going to move on to Love Island Games. Let me set my timer. Let me set my timer. Bam. Let's get into it, Star Fam. Love Like You Are said, everyone that we got that one. We got a super chat. Thank you so much, Mur. Mur said, Maya Jama is half East African. I knew it. And half white. I'm East African, LOL. What do you mean? How are we built? Well, y'all have, I'm trying to say this in a way where it won't sound shady, because it's not shady. It's actually a compliment. Y'all all have a small waist. Y'all have nice melons, but like not y'all never have like big titties. You know what I mean? Y'all have like just, a nice, not even C cups. Y'all be like a nice full B with a very small waist, Beyonce hips, and a butt that's like, why is your butt this big? It's a nice body. It's Jessica Rabbit without the boobs. It's a nice body. It wasn't no shade. It wasn't no shade. But I saw Maya and I'm like, you have to be East African. There's no way. Why you got them hips out of nowhere? Them hips came out of nowhere. She got this slim build and then bam. East African. Redefined Me said, hey, Nikki, I have not made a live in forever. Miss you so. I was watching Fresh Off the Boat. Oh, saw you and screamed. LOL, love you. Love you too. Thank you so much for being here. I love her. And mother keeps a clean home. Keeps a clean home. All of them African sculptures in her home. I was like, if you are not a black mom, I love her. She said, you my son. I said, oh. I love her. Josie said, I love whenever Key Rock's mama is on the screen. She's so sweet. She's so sweet and accepting. Love her. The Internet H said, they too young for kids. They need to work on their relationship first. Plus, IVF is hella expensive. Absolutely. This is the thing. They're very young. They're very young. You can't tell Brittany nothing. All of those ladies in there were crying for her because they knew what was going to happen, because they've all been in the same position. My man is home and I need to make a home for him. Like when he gets off work, I need to have his meal ready. You 22. But you know what? No shade. This is no shade to the Puerto Rican community. Listen, Puerto Rican women, y'all, I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing, but y'all get domesticated real young. Real young. I told you about that girl that I was in, that I used to work with at the Gap when I lived in New York City. We were children. We were working a late shift and she was just like, I need them to wrap it up because I got, she did sound like Brittany. She's like, I need them to wrap it up because I got to go home to my man. Like he about to get off work and I got to make him something to eat. And I'm like, we are 19. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about getting home to your man? Your parents let you shack up at 19? That was so shocking to me. Like so many of the Puerto Rican girls was like shacked up and like domesticated. They home at a certain time. They making their man 3 meals a day. And I'm like, we're children. But that was something I saw a lot of in the Puerto Rican culture. Now, them Dominican girls, they did whatever they wanted. But the Puerto Rican girls was like, I got to be home at a certain time because my man, we got teen at the end of our age. What are you talking about? Maybe that's a cultural thing. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is because it's just very weird how she just wants to settle down at 22. I get being in love. No shit. Nikki said, what's going on? I can't stand StreamYard. Miss GG88 said, Brittany needs to leave that man alone. He just got out and she's harassing him about a child. Can he breathe? Right? But the women do that all the time. As soon as the men get out of prison, the women are like, well, I need you to go and work in a Fortune 500 company and provide me with a mansion and a nice car and kids. And I don't want to work. He's looking at you like, first of all, I'm middle class because Key Rock gives me middle class. I don't know where he got them working class brothers from, but he gives me middle class. But anyway, I'm middle class and I'm a felon. I ain't got no job. What are you talking about? But so many women on this show do that. It's so weird. Breezy with the fro, what's up? Thank you for being here. Spitzy said it's so sad how women are told we can't do something while they are a mom. True. Very, very true. One thing for me that was never something that was going to work for me because my mom did it all. She shouldn't have had to. Like as I got older, I was like, you shouldn't have been doing none of this. But it got done. It got done. So I never had the mind that, oh, when or if I have children that I won't be able to do anything or like live my life. I never thought that. Shout out to Mama Star. The internet has something about a short man like that I don't trust. Feel like he got a short fuse. Ciao. Tracy said, Star family, please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 175K by the end of the year. It's fall. We can do it. You know what? The way 2023 is acting up, anything could happen. Anything could happen. I did. And Hot Topics is back. We will be talking about it tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get ready. Get ready. Some people said Brittany needs to take a class from Lizzie. It would have never happened to her, Lizzie. It would have never happened to her. Some people said, how you make crime so publicly? Fraud. The government is already watching you. That's why he took off that, remember when he revealed that belly? He took the mic off with the quickest. He said, I'm done. I don't want nothing, no more to do with this. Everybody out. I'm done. Knock off me. Because his fraud was put on Front Street. Joseph said, Brittany sweating Andy 500 was the best part of this relationship. She was like, I need my money. I need my money. And when she put two and two together with that fraud, child, oh, you think so? I hope not. I hope not. Gagged me. I was like, this lady, what? Rain said, nah, I stopped caring for her after she sold her grandma pieces over a man in prison. This is the thing. I was more looking at Joy Nomi's sister than I was looking at Joy Nomi because I was just like, I'm sorry. Me and my sister would have been tussling in the parking lot of that pawn shop. Are you kidding me? Ain't no way you're pawning our grandmother's precious jewels. They're alive. And we would have been, I would have been on that bracelet rolling around. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. She would have had to call the tribal council on me. Baby, ain't no way. Josie said Red couldn't behave in prison, always being the solitary. That man, that's the man that Joy wants to raise her son. No sense at all. No, speaking of no sense, I feel like Melissa picks fights with Louis because she wants to feel wanted. So she wants to pick him so he can come running after her because he's her fantasy guy. You know what I mean? And she's going to go back to freshman year in high school and relive that fantasy over and over again and make Louis fit into that fantasy. And when he does it, she picks a fight with him out of nowhere so that he can come running back to her so that she can feel wanted by the popular guy in high school. She got to get out of high school. She has got to get out of high school. Like, what he got to do with you losing your benefits? You lost your benefits because the food stamp department saw you on Love After Lockup and was like, she don't need this money. You cannot be on public assistance and be on a reality TV show for several seasons. How is that Mikey's fault? He the reason why you on this show. But he's not the reason you lost your benefits. You shouldn't have came on this show. If you wanted to keep them benefits, you should have never let the U.S. government see you on a reality TV show. And I guarantee you, you did not report to the food stamp office the money you were making on this show. So somebody from the food stamp department, maybe your caseworker, was watching the show and was like, I know that's not Chelsea. She told me she ain't had no money. She probably ran your Social Security. and saw that you was making a grip from this show. Like, come on. You think you're going to be on reality TV for several seasons and still be on public assistance? Why y'all play with America? America is ruthless about one thing: money. They don't give a damn about nothing else. They don't give a damn about, but it's when you mess with their money, woo, woo. Timer, he absolutely did cut it off because his fraud was exposed. His fraud was exposed. Before we go too far, thank you. Let's wait a while before it's too late. Let's wait a while. Drewski said, OMG, I just had to deal with the SSI thing. Basically, you can apply for certain benefits as a child of someone who gets them. Oh, girl, I'm about to rekindle my relationship with my father. Ciao. Let me call that man. He's probably watching. Hater. Drewski also said applying for his potential extension because they punish you potentially for not doing so. I left it for my little sister instead, but it was a mess to sort out. I did not know that. I did not know that. Wow. Speaking of Chelsea's son, I was reading somebody's comment. I was reading I don't know where it is. Black men. My God. When I saw Chelsea's son, I said, it's always a black man. It's always a black man. OMG. Pseudo said, as an East African, I knew what you was talking about, although my people, South Sudan, don't have that. We are all tall and skinny for the most part. Shout out to your metabolism. We lost that metabolism when we were captured. Spency said, my Black American friend did that too. I wonder if it's because their man is giving control. I forgot what I was talking about to make you even say that. Yeah, Multi said, same with my mom. She ran a home, worked at a bank, and pursued her master's all at the same time when I was growing up. Now I'm doing my master's. I wonder how she did all that. I'm telling you right now, there's no way that I could have went to college full time and worked a job full time had it not been for my mother. Because I saw her do like the impossible. For me, it was just like, oh, this is something I can do. Looking back, I should have never did that. But it was just like, it just didn't seem impossible because I saw it be done before. We're actually getting into Love Island games right now, Katie. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. Let's get into Love Island game. So first thing I want to do is, because there's been so many freaking episodes, I'm just going to talk about the couples. Then we're going to talk about the last episode. And then I'll be here tomorrow, maybe Saturday. Oh no. Yeah, I'm going to, you know what? The next Love Island live or video is going to be on Saturday because there's no new episodes on Saturday. New episodes are Sunday through Friday. So yeah, moving forward, I'll probably do Love Island maybe twice a week because I feel like the show is about to wrap up. But let's get into Love Island. Let's start off with the couples, shall we? She's new. Stunning. And I think she doesn't know it. Stunning. You know who else is stunning? Where is she at? I don't think she knows it either. And I feel like it's because the kind of neighborhood she grew up in and the kind of school she went to, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Because there's no way that this woman has any freaking insecurity. Every time she cries, I'm like, are you kidding me? What are you crying for? What do you not know what you look like? I'm baffled by the way Justine is not playing the game. I'm absolutely baffled. And since we're here, let's just start off with Justine. Listen, I didn't watch her season, but I knew about her because she was just very popular within the Love Island community. So I did not know what to expect. But from the way people talked about her, I expected that she was going to run that villa. I expected that she was going to come in there and just run the freaking show, right? Here's the thing. I don't think she knows how the world sees her. I think she thinks that the world sees her a way that she was told the world sees her when she was a younger person growing up in the neighborhood that she grew up in and going to the schools that she went to and probably the communities that her parents put her in. Absolutely, probably wanting to give her a better life, but instead you gave your dark-skinned daughter trauma. So that's what I think is happening here. Because I'm just like, the way she's playing this game or not playing this game, I'm like, girl, if you don't get up, if you do not, I'm just baffled. But again, I didn't know anything about her. I do know that she came into the show and she was really like, just wanting to find love because she said that she thought she found it before and was really heartbroken when it didn't work out the last time. So she really came on the show wanting to find love. And I think she's remained true to that, because I don't think Justine has ever talked about the freaking 100K. She's never talked about the money. It's always been, finding love. Screw the games. She wants to find love. But I hope from watching this show that she can look back and see like how you're that freaking girl. You're that freaking girl. Your man is still on this show because nobody wanted to eliminate you. Everybody would be like, oh, we can get rid of this person. We can get rid of that person, but not Justine. Like, you're that girl. I need you to realize that. You're that girl. Maybe you need to change what your community looks like and who you surround yourself with, because you're that girl. And I need you at 30, I need you to know that. I need you to know that. Since we're also here, let's talk about Justine's wigger. Now listen, let's just have this conversation, because what in the African American is happening here? I watched Jack and I'm like, I know you have a BET Plus subscription. The things that he says, his mannerisms, I'm like, this is not the UK. That your slang, your lingo, how you carry yourself, this is Atlanta. This is Atlanta. I'm gonna be real with you. At first, I did not like this couple. I was not here for Justine and Jack. And here's why I was not here for Justine and Jack, because I just felt like Justine was just so into him and Jack was so into the game, into the money. And I feel like he still is, but I think he has finally met her where she's at and her feelings. Like, there was a conversation where they had and she's just like, well, I just want to let you know that I'm starting to fall for you. And I'm like, Justine, girl, what's going on? And he finally admitted it, but all he said to her was, oh, I feel the same way. He didn't say that he was falling for her. He was just like, I feel the same way. And I think that Jack has always been engaged in the game, which I'm all for. I hate when the women get on this show. Imani, I'm going to get to you later. I hate when the women get on this show and it's all about love and it's not about the money. Women, you got to be about the bag. You got to be about the bag at some point. The men are always about the money. The women never are. They always get their feelings hurt. And I'm just like, why don't you need the money? We're in a recession. Is Justine a rich kid? Like, you don't need the coin. Like, I just do not understand. However, the last episode, when I saw the way that Jack was fighting in that duel, I said, maybe I'll come around to liking this couple. And I thought it was really cute when, she jumped on him. He was like, I told you I was coming back. And I was like, okay, maybe I will be rooting for this couple, but I just need Justine to get her head in the game. I need her to play the game. And I actually really like them. Hopefully, I feel like they're old enough where, if they really want to make it work, it can, work. They can, responsibly do what they need to do to be able to see each other. And hopefully this goes the distance for the both of them, especially for Justine, because she loved this man. When she was sitting up there crying, it was just like, I don't know how he feels about me, but I know that I'm feeling these things for him. I'm like, girl, it's been 4 days. What the hell are y'all doing that villa for you to be like just so sprung on him like that. That was my only thing. She was so sprung on him so early, and I'm just like, you're too much of a baddie to be sprung on any man like this. Absolutely not. But I'm coming around to liking this couple. We'll see how tonight's episode makes me feel. But the last one left me in a little positive light because I really feel like he was absolutely fighting to stay in the game, but I think he was also fighting to get back to Justine. And I finally saw some passion in him for her because I was always seeing passion from her towards him. We'll see how this couple works. Let's get to another baddie in the villa. But she's 22, so I'm gonna give it to her. Imani, you were too cute to be hung up on Ray. You were too cute to be hung up on Ray. With them thick thighs. Ray got some thick thighs. I know that's right. But I just feel like I really, really did like this couple in the beginning. When Mike, do I got fired Mike? Because I wanted her to make it work with Mike. I don't got Mike's picture up here. But when Mike came into the game, right, and he picked Justine, and he picked Imani. You know it's Imani. He picked Imani. The way Ray treated her, I was just like, how dare you? How are you mad at her that Mike picked her? And how are you acting like she looks like she's open? As soon as Mike picked her, she came over to talk to you. He's like, oh, I just need some time. Give me a minute. You're going to lose a baddie. You're going to lose a baddie because if you are going to get jealous every time a man approaches your woman or says something nice about her or acts like he's interested in her, then you just need to leave her alone. She is stunning. And she's only going to get hotter. If you think you cannot be with her at 22, you are unfit to be with her at 30. My God, today, 30 to 33, sickening. Sickening. She's going to be unstoppable. That's a woman's hottest years. 34, we got to do some work. But that 30 to 33, baby, you can't touch her. You can't touch her. So if you have a problem with her now, just set her free. Set her free. Because I did not like the fact that he made her feel like she was leading Mike on when every conversation with Mike, she's talking about you. But when she tries to talk to you, I just need some time. My feelings hurt. So now she's crying and breaking down over you. I'm going to let it slide because she's 22. But Imani, you too cute, mama. You too cute. Ride this out with that man so that you can get the Love Island love coupling vote, but also get that bag and move on to something better. Move on to something better. He cannot handle a baddie. He can't. He's not built for it. He's not built for it. Move on, mama. Move on. Let's get into. Should we talk about her? Because I don't have much to say. Oh my goodness, I don't have thickness in here. Where is thickness? Oh my goodness, where's her picture? I thought I had her picture here. Let me try to find that picture. While I'm looking for that picture, I want to talk about this dude right here because he was the reason why I was watching. And I'm so glad that he got cut so early. I was really happy to see him. And you guys know who I'm about to pull up because when I was reviewing this show back in the day, I loved him. My boy Toby, I can't believe they cut him so early. He was such good TV. He was much better TV on his original Love Island season. This season, he was a little like, behind the scenes, like not really out there with his personality. I will say he got some balls calling Ray corny. You got some balls calling Ray corny, but I love Toby. He's always been good TV, and I was glad to have him back, but he got cut so early. Too early, in my opinion. And Ray, why was you doing all that crying? You would have wanted to put him up for elimination. Oh, Ray is so sensitive. Oh, the poor non-Black American girlies. Oh, the Black American woman can see this demon from a mile away. But the non-Black American women were just eating this man up. Y'all couldn't see his evil, right? Y'all didn't know what was coming, but the sisters knew. That's why they never paid him any attention. This man, dangerous. Oh, he is such a liar. This is the thing, right? I think that Jess is a cutie. I'm rooting for her. I want the best for her. I love this little firecracker, right? But my thing is, after knowing how he treated Sully, why would you even consider anything with Johnny? Like, why would you think that he would treat you any better than he treated the last woman that he was with? Because Courtney about to find out this episode as well. Like, he's just not a good person. And I don't know if you thought that you can change him. I don't know if you thought that he was going to be different to you because maybe you're not American or for whatever reason. But I'm like, if you already have the cliff notes from his ex, why are you trying to pursue a relationship with this man? And how many times does he have to dog and embarrass you before you get it? Now, she finally got it. And the only reason why she finally got it was because Courtney said, I want a couple with this man who said when I walked in, he was waiting for me to walk in. That's when you finally got it. But he's done this to you before. So I'm like, do you really have it? Like, is the door still open? I don't know, but my God, today, that man is running through that villa like a Tomb Raider, destroying every woman he could get his hands on. And don't he have a baby on the way? Somebody, I don't know if I saw it on Twitter or somebody sent it to me, but I saw that he just had a gender reveal. When was this show filmed? When was this show filmed? Because I cannot believe, I was like, is that Johnny? You got a baby on the way? Like, the baby's still baking. I think the baby got some more time before it actually gets here. So I'm just like, when was this show filmed? He about to be a father of a daughter. Yikes. You were absolutely exploited for your queerness. Absolutely exploited for your queerness. I knew she was not going to stay there long, especially when she made it known that she was mainly attracted to the women on the show. I knew that, the guys were not going to do anything to protect her. Even if she was with Fine Carrington, I knew they were both going to be sacrificed because Carrington got there rather late and Kara really, put herself up as competition to the men. So I just knew that she was going to go at the first convenience for her to go. But I also think she was exploited for her queerness. I felt like a lot of the women that she went after or the women that went after her, it just felt very forced and produced as a way to show that the show was being progressive and throwing curveballs in there. I just didn't think that anything about Kara's existence on the show was genuine. It was giving me a lot of pandering. Having said that, Stunning Girl, I really thought that she was having something with Carrington. I liked them. I thought they were a cute little couple. And I thought that, given more time, something probably could have happened with them. But yeah, she was exploited for her queerness. What happened to her? They just said that she got sick one day and her and her and Jama left at the same time and were like gone for several episodes. All they did was say that she got sick and we haven't seen her since. Who got the tea? What happened to her? What happened to her? Did I talk about everybody I wanted to talk about? Oh. Can I say something? He didn't look like this on season 5. I don't know what happened, but I was like, that's Curtis? Okay. Him and Maura look great. I was like, wow. Some men, age does them great. Other men, the majority, age destroys them. But Curtis looked really good. Even with all them hips and all that swaying he was doing, I I wish that him and Justine would have. I like them a little bit better than Jack. I don't know. I just feel like it's something about Jack. Like, I like him. Of course, he's attractive, but it's just, I think it's the African American cosplay that is like, you too big for that, right? I think I like Justine and Curtis a bit better, but I felt like Curtis was just having a good time. I don't think that Curtis ever played the game. I think Curtis came on this show, and I think as soon as he got on the show, his target was Black women. Can we talk about? Wait a minute. Can we talk about that white woman that was so messed up? Can we talk about how her feelings were so hurt because she just knew that Curtis was going to choose her over everybody else? And not only did he choose one Black woman, he chose two. He went right after Imani and Justine. She could not take, because I feel like because, blonde hair, blue eyes, skinny, I think she thought that, because, blonde hair and blue eyes and, has been beaten into us that is like the beauty standard globally. I think she thought that she was just going to come in here and wreck it. And she, was laser focused on Curtis. And Curtis was like, I want Imani and sometimes Justine. And when she found that out, all of a sudden she ain't like Imani. All of a sudden she had a problem with her. Why? Because Curtis let you know, I'm here for the sisters. And I don't know if Curtis has ever, been with a Black woman, because the way he was kissing a Black woman on this show, I was like, is this your first time? It was like so like aggressive, and he was like nervously shaking. It was something going on. But every time he went after them sisters, this one, a meltdown. A meltdown, because she couldn't take. You see, I'm telling you, this always happens to the preference. This always happens to the preference when someone that they've been told that they are better than gets everything that they thought should have been theirs. She could not, for the life of her, turn Curtis towards her. Like, he was just like, nah, I'm here to have fun. I wish he would have played the game as well, but, that's why he's no longer here. But homegirl was messed up. She couldn't take. So we got some new bombshells. We got Aurelia. Okay. Then we got Deb. Okay. Then we got Scott. Okay. And then we got Mitch, another Aussie. Okay. Very much giving UK bombshell, but we're not judging. We are not judging. We also got Zeta. She's a cutie. You know what? I always think about, what do these women do when they're on their period on this show? Because I feel like it's a requirement for you to wear like a string bikini. Absolutely not. I would be in a sundress the whole time I'm there. I would be in a, Tina is a bombshell as well. Caleb, I'm ready for him to go. I hope he goes tonight. I did not like that shakeup mess, because he messed up Liberty. And poor Liberty, she's just such a fun girl. She didn't even know that Caleb set her up. You're my best friend. Thank you so much. You're such a good guy. I'm not mad at you. Girl, he set you up. Because Curtis said, Caleb said, let's pick, I think I can put that up. Let's set up the weakest person with the strongest person on the team, right? He did that for everybody, including Liberty. And who did he set himself up with? Justine. Weak where? He made himself a power couple, and then everybody hated them. And all of a sudden, he's just like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, you shouldn't have did that. You messed up real connections, and then you set up Liberty, who don't have a clue of what's going on. No, I'm not watching. We're still friends. Girl, he set you up. Thickness. You would have still been on that show had you not allowed Caleb to mess up the game like that. I will say this though, Caleb. Thank you for messing up the game. It gave us some drama. This is what's really good about this show, right? Every 15 minutes, you're gagged. because the Love Island producers are always coming up with something. 1 minute this cast is grinding on each other, sucking each other's tongues. Courtney literally putting her coochie on people's face, and then Hips walks in and she's like, "Oh, we're here with the twist," and something crazy like every 15 minutes. This cast cannot rest. They let them have fun for 5 minutes, and then they come in and they're just like, "Okay, well, we're gonna flip everything upside down. 9 people are going home." Like, oh my god! And we're bringing in 30 bombshells. It's insane. This is like Love Island on crack. I love it. I absolutely love it. Let's get into at least the last episode. I said that. I'm talking about that. Ray's going to lose a baddie. We got that. I talked about that. The heat challenge, the heart rate challenge. I think that Caleb and Liberty won the heart rate challenge because people were I think it was more joy than lust. I don't think that people was like attracted to what they were doing. I think they were all just really happy for them. And I think that joy raised their heart rate. I don't think they won it because they were the sexiest. I was actually surprised though that some of the people were at the bottom, not Ray and Sully, because what the hell was that? Ray and Jess, that was just all over the place. But I think that Caleb and Liberty won because people were just like rooting for them. Imani and Ray are now exclusive. And she led that conversation. Like, Ray, I know you know what you have. And maybe you were not trying to fall for her because you don't want to mess things up, because you kind of know that somebody's going to snatch her out in the real world. Maybe that's what you believe. But I'm like, why is Imani leading the conversation if you two are going to be exclusive? You should have been asked to... Ciao. It pays to be nice. It pays to be nice, and it pays to be popular, because Caleb, the only reason that Caleb is still on this freaking show is because of Justine. Nobody wanted to send Justine home, so they kept Caleb. He's lucky. He would have been gone before Liberty. Oh, speaking of Mike, I don't have his picture, but y'all know that fine chocolate guy that just got cut. How was he on his season? He seems so nice. He was pursuing Imani. Then he was just like, I see the way you look at Ray. I see the way he looks at you. I'm going to let that go because I think you guys have something real. And then when he got cut in the duel with Jack, he started to cry, and he was just like, I really didn't lose. I know people say that and it sounds corny, but I'm so glad that I got this opportunity, and I got this opportunity to meet all you guys. He was really sweet. He was really, really sweet. Was he terrible on his season? That's all I wanted to say. Let's get into the comments. We hear Spitzy said, LOL, we were talking about the Puerto Rican woman making... Oh, we were! Thank you. Oh, it's wrapping up this Monday? Oh, I wish we at least had like one more week. This is a good show. But I guess they don't have any more bombshell, so it makes sense. Star family, Toya Star is here. Thank you, sister. I try. I hope she wins. Now that her and Ray made themselves exclusive, I hope that helps them win. I hope that, and they never know it. I'm surprised at 30, Justine still doesn't know it. I'm like, why are you crying over Jack? You should know. You should know that man is going to do everything that he can to keep you. You should never have any question. Are you crazy? Oh, Justine, we got to get you out of that neighborhood. Rain said the man Justine was with played her out. His whole family did. Oh, I gotta go watch her season. I wouldn't watch Love Island. I would watch the Love Island games. I think it's a far more superior show than the actual Love Island. Spitzy said, I hate to see gorgeous Black women not knowing what they look like since they went. Oh, well, I was trying not to say it, Spitzy. globally. There's not one flaw. Not one flaw in that woman. My God, today. Suda said, Justine grew up in New Jersey and Imani, Cali, but I don't think it was the black side. So y'all already know. Carmen, Justine is not acting like she knows it. She is not. Why is she crying over Jack? I don't know how he's going to feel about me. Like, girl, what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Jack, but that's the thing. Miss Brown Sugar said, wait, we talk about Justine. Nah, she knows she's a baddie. That's what I thought from what I have seen of her, right? But that don't matter when they recruit men who don't F with black women. But here's the thing. I think Jack only F with black women. And I feel like that's her type, right? I could be wrong. I didn't watch her season. So I was just very confused at how she was just like, in my opinion, very insecure about if Jack was attracted to her or not. I was just like, I feel like if I look like, let me stop. I'm gorgeous. But, I was trying to relate. But I just feel like somebody who looks like Justine should just know. I could, Miss Brown Sugar says she was my fave her season, and she did the challenge. How was she on the challenge? Oh, she outside of being stunning, she has a beautiful personality. Jack would be so lucky to like bag her in real life. So lucky. If he had any sense, he would snatch her out the game now. Now. I just haven't watched this last episode. That's all. Am I lying? Yo, Mike, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Jack? Oh, is he terrible? Is Jack terrible? Oh, God, I hope he's not terrible. Hey, Candace. Candace said, hey, sorry, fam, just got here. She talked about the Bachelor in Paradise. No, that's next. South London or South LA? Because what is happening? What is happening? Sarah said, I like Jack from his original season, and I like him now. He's a character. He's fun. He's good for TV. He reminds me a lot of Toby. I think that Toby is good for reality TV. I think that Jack is good for reality TV. If I were the both of them, I would pursue a career in reality TV. They're good. Oh, he does? He better not Travis Kelce her. He gives me Travis Kelce too. That's probably another reason why I'm cautious. He gives me Travis Kelce. Like delicious. Delicious. The lashes, the eyebrow, like everything about him. Everything about him. I feel like that too. That's why I'm concerned for our girl. And I think he's trying to do that thing that men who know that they have a woman that can do better than them on their worst day, I think he's trying to break her down, because when she started crying after he rejected her, I was like, girl, he's trying to get in your head. He's trying to get in your head so you can chase him when he knows that he needs to be chasing you. Hey, Jeff, talk about it. So he got brothers. That man is beautiful. Beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Hey, Nona, how are you? And I loved how Mike was like all up on Justine at first. And he was like, you are it. You are everything that I wanted. I was like, oh, yeah. Yes, Justine, eat this up. Eat this up. Make Jack scared. Sarah said, Toby didn't know how to play the game and kept waiting for Sully to make a move. Yeah, he was just muted this season. And I just did not expect that from Toby. I really, really didn't. Miss Brown Sugar said Ray was a punk for that, putting Toby in to save this devil in the yellow trunks. I love her. Every time she's on my screen, it's a joy. She's a joy. Miss Brown Sugar said, Johnny knows no shame at all, period. And he's about to bring a baby girl into this world. Pray for the child. I already did. But see, the thing about it is, Johnny is the only one playing. Johnny and Caleb are the only ones playing the game. Nobody else. No. Courtney? Yeah. Yeah. Girl, stand up. Oh my God. Yeah, you're like so my type. Yeah. At your big age, your brain is fully developed. No. No. What I think it's a Black American swag, because the only one who is falling for him is non-Black American women. Or like, I don't know. It's just saying Black American. The non-Black women are falling for him. They all were saying the same thing. Oh, he has this thing about him. I'm like, it's Black American swag. That's what it is. That's what y'all like. Y'all like that Black American swag, but you don't understand because you've never tussled with that demon. So you don't know what to expect. Y'all should have checked in with the sisters before you went in with that fool. They would have gave you the 411. Poor Jess. He played her like a fiddle. Oh, she cussed him out. I don't like being linked up with snakes. I said, yes, girl. Miss Brown Sugar said, yep, baby on the way, but never mentioned it to Jess. I guess he was circling the block. He circled the block with everybody. Everybody that comes in, he's interested. Sarah said, Kara has been exploited when, she was on X on the Beach. It felt produced on that as well. Yeah. I was just like, it just, none of it seemed organic to me. Miss Brown Sugar said, I don't think that Kara is meant for reality TV. She's probably a sweet girl, but she's so flat on screen. That's why she probably leads with I like women as well. KDM said she couldn't handle the heat because no one liked her. She got sick like my dramatic grandma. I hope she got that butt taken down just a little, because her body is so small and her butt was so massive. I was just like, it's a little, but you know what? If you like it, I love it. I was like, oh my God, hey, Curtis. You better age nicely. I would believe it. Curtis did that on his season with that pretty Black girl from Casa on his season. See, I don't remember. I watched that season during the pandemic. All I remember from that season is Curtis doing this, Moira cussing out everybody, and that girl with the BBL saying, "Oh, you playing the game?" That was a great episode. Oh, you playing the game? And then she went and got all the girls, and all the girls was about to jump that guy that looked like Corbin Blue from High School Musical. They was all about to jump him, and the guys were trying to defend him. I think Molly May, I think her name is, her boyfriend, the boxer. He was trying to defend Corbin Blue, and Molly was like, "Don't you dare!" That was a good season. Miss Brown Sugar said it's the same as the little blondes when Charity would get more attention during the Bachelor season. Dazed and confused. That girl, Lisa, couldn't take. She couldn't take. Curtis was like, I want to be open. She's like, oh, I want to be exclusive. And Curtis was just like, well, you can do what you want to do, but I'm open. Oh, she couldn't take. I was like, oh, you got humbled by sisters. Yikes. Oh, that must have been a mind shock for her. Oh, yeah, the announcer did shade him. It was like, he's here again. OMG. Oh, y'all don't like Mitch? Oh, wow. Smithy said, girl, yes, I hope they all have, because they don't get paid. Because they don't get their period. I don't know why there's Tampax is not sponsoring this show. Because it's crazy. Like how you said, either they're stopping their periods or they have the best tampons ever. I mean, their legs be spread open. They be in string bikinis. And I'm like, what kind of flow do y'all have? Because this is insane. I ain't seen nobody in a short. They are just in these bikinis 24/7. Wow. Wow. Oh, y'all would have known I was on my period because I would be in a jumpsuit, a black jumpsuit. I'm like, oh, I can't do this game today. I don't feel well. I don't know how they are doing it, but that is insane. And I haven't watched Love Island in a while, but is the kissing in the is it a little more physical this season than other seasons? Because I'm just like, as soon as somebody comes into the house, they're like, who are you attracted to? Kiss them. They're like, ah. It's just, it's a lot. It's a little aggressive for me. It's a little, I'm sorry. The way Courtney was putting her coochie in people's face during that heart rate challenge, I was just like, I feel like this is crossing the line. I feel like this is crossing the line. And it's no coincidence that after she put her whole coochie on Johnny's face, that he went for somebody else. That was a little aggressive, Courtney. It was, I know you wanted to win, but I felt like there could have been another way. There could have been another way. Katie said, imagine letting a woman lead the conversation about exclusivity. Child, she's going to get out in the real world and she's going to see her Instagram and her Twitter and she's going to wake up. She's going to wake up. Miss Brown Sugar said, I really like Mike on this season, but some of the viewers tried to say he was too much of a player. He ended up dating his second match, Priscilla, for a year or two. Oh, wow. Okay. Rain said he was with a dark-skinned girl. People tried to say he was a player, but I liked him. He's a little corny in a cute way. He is. He is. The man from Justine's season played the black love thing from the beginning to end, only to end to find out that he had a secret way. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I think I know who you're talking about because his management reached out to me and wanted me to interview him. And I asked y'all and y'all said no. Y'all were like, absolutely not. We don't like him, Nikki. I think that's the guy. Oh, that sucks. That's what I was getting, Miss Brown Sugar. Miss Brown Sugar said Jack wasn't giving Justine enough for me to really believe him. Not until the last couple Yep, that's what it was for me. I was like, okay. Oh, that sucks. Poor Justine. Sarah said Johnny cheated on Sully. She found out when they were in Hawaii, a trip she mostly paid for, by the way. She was saying she paid for everything. And all she wanted him to do was pay for her wings at Cheesecake Factory. The bar is in hell. The bar is in hell. The bar is in hell. Let's move on to Bachelor in Paradise. Almost paradise. We're high on heaven's door. Almost paradise. Can we talk about John? John, what's going on? Like, I can't believe that he went home. So I have his picture. I'm like, what is going on, John? I don't know. I don't have his picture. I don't care. I don't know why John is just not hitting it. I really thought that him and Eliza were going to hit it off, but he didn't hit it off with Eliza, and he just did not make any connections, and he went home. And I'm like, you are fizzling so fast. I remember when John hit the scene, everybody wanted him to be the next Bachelor, and now it's like you can't even get anybody to match up with in Paradise. Poor guy. What's going on? Are you weird? There's something going on. Because the way he looks, everybody should want to be with him. It's crazy. Of course, we're here. Of course, Will went home. He does not know how to play the game. He does not know how to play the game. And a woman that you rejected is still there. And the men that are pursuing her are getting hotter. You should have stuck with the best thing that ever happened to you. You should have stuck with the best thing that ever happened to you. Look at her, thriving. Every time I check her Instagram, it's just going up. As it should. She deserves She deserves. F the notes. Let's get in the cat. Unwell. Unwell. Now I will say this. I do think that I think it was inappropriate for Tanner to go on a date. I think it was inappropriate for Tanner to go on a date on her birthday, right? Especially if you coupled up with this girl, right? But the way that she was acting about the whole thing, especially when they brought in her birthday cake, and it was like happy birthday when she was having a breakdown. I just feel like the way she acts, only she could do that as a white woman. Can we talk to Shame the Devil? Olivia couldn't act like that. Mercedes couldn't act like that. Eliza couldn't act like that. Like Eliza has to act like a sweet, innocent bimbo, right? To get even an ounce of grace. I will say, Eliza, you're doing great, sweetie. This is your redemption season. You are doing great. Mwah! Very proud of you. But no woman of color, no black woman or woman of color can act the way that this woman is acting on this show. The temper tantrums that she's having, every confessional, she's yelling and screaming at people, saying the most vile and nasty things about people, and has yet to get dragged. I mean, I do see some things, but I'm just like, no way that everybody is going so light on her or how awful she has been. Now, I will say I did have her back in the beginning with Brayden. Here is why. Because the men do not get the same heat for moving on that women get, right? The women are supposed to just stay with the guy that they meet as soon as they like link up, right? But the guys can explore. Because Brayden is still exploring. He was exploring with Rachel, now he's exploring with somebody else, and nobody is giving him the same heat that they are giving Kat. That aside, she's just nasty. She's just so nasty. And I'm like, only you could get away with this. Only you. Tanner was wrong. He should not have went on the date. But her reaction was just over the top. Only two, right after that, after Tanner says he wants to pursue the girl with the green eye and blue eye, very weird. Very weird. Oh, she has one blue eye and one green eye, and it's so beautiful. Did you see that she has one blue eye and one green eye? Oh my God. Oh my goodness, your eyes in the light. One is blue and one is kind of sea green. That's amazing. Oh, the bar is in hell. Like it doesn't take much to impress a man. All you have to do is have different color eyes. You don't even have to have a personality. You just have to have, 2 holes or 3 holes of entry and different color eyes. That's all it takes for Tanner. Insane. And even though I didn't agree with him going on that date, Kat's reaction was ridiculous, and Tanner should have done better, because especially after he went on the date with green eye, blue eye girl, he then got with somebody else. I'm just like, so what is happening? There is no loyalty on this beach. I don't really think that there's going to be any genuine connections at all. I think when Bachelor in Paradise ends, these couples will end. I don't think that there's going to be like any love story, any engagements. I do not see that happening at all. If there is an engagement, it is strictly for TV. Olivia, let's talk, right? I don't think that you were picking up what John Henry was putting down, right? Because John Henry was saying that he really liked Olivia, but Kat is somebody that he could see himself with outside of this. I don't think he could bring an Olivia home. So I think he was pursuing a relationship that made sense for his life. I also did not think that you and John Henry were a good match. I just didn't see it. I thought that you and Will were the perfect match, but you and John Henry, I just did not see you as being a match. So I feel like him dumping you freed you for something better. And I think we're going to see that tonight. Can we talk about how I can't believe she's having such a hard time? Like, she was the Bachelorette, and she is on this season just fading into the background. Like, I really thought that she had something with Brayden. Then Brayden was just like, he just wants to be with somebody else after that. And it's just really difficult for her to like stay with somebody consistently. I wonder how tonight is going to switch up things for her. I really, really do, because I'm just like, how are you a former bachelorette and you just cannot get a good link up? Cannot get a good link up. Very, very alarming. I also want to say, even though I'm not a fan of Kat, I do think that the show gave Tanner gave the new girl, I forget her name, Green Eye Blue Eye. I think they brought her in and gave her the card on her birthday, because I think they knew, or I think the show was aware that she was going to pick Tanner and Kat was going to have a meltdown. I think that scene was manipulated so that they can have that reaction from Kat. She should not have had that reaction, but I think that moment was manipulated for to get her reaction. Kat and Charity are best friends. That's news to me. That's news to me. And I saw some things, people were saying some stuff about Charity, and I couldn't wait to get to that episode to see what she said and did. All to find out that she didn't say or do anything. All she did was tell Eliza, you've been around Aaron, so you're big enough to make the right judgment that's good for you and your relationship. She didn't say anything to Aaron. I don't know why Aaron was going around saying that Charity was blowing up his life and messing up his relationships. Did you not have a girlfriend? Like, you could not be clear about it. You sat down with Eliza and went from telling her that you had one girlfriend to you had two girlfriends right before you came on the show. So Charity and Eliza should have absolutely been suspicious of you, because your argument was not making sense. But either way, Charity didn't say anything to make your situation work with Eliza. If anything, she helped your situation. So I don't know why he was going on about how Charity was blowing up his life. Charity looks stunning, as she always does. Always does. And let's talk about TV here, right? TV manipulation. Kat absolutely told Eliza what Charity told her, because Kat was aware that Charity was coming on the show, because it's not this big coincidence, right? Kat is not a prophet that when Kat is in the bathroom, she ain't talked to Eliza this whole time. All of a sudden, she's just like, hey, just so you know, this is what Charity told me about Aaron. Then 5 minutes later, Charity walks down the steps. That's reality TV show magic right there. That's all that is. There's no coincidences in reality TV. Who else did I want to talk about? I haven't seen this episode yet, but I know that Kat is going to leave John Henry for somebody else. OMG. I think it's very weird that now Tanner and Rachel are in a coupling. Rachel has been with so many men, and it's weird. Not like that. I mean, on the show, like, she keeps on getting with these guys, and they pay attention to her for one day, and she has like this dream date, and then they move on to somebody else. It's really, really weird how she cannot just have like a love story. But the thing about it is, the show sets her up to have a love story, and then it just fizzles out. So what is going on? Anyway, Michael comes on the beach, and I hope that him and Olivia are gonna hit it off. We don't know. We're gonna watch it on tonight's episode. What do you guys have to say? Let's talk for 10 minutos, and then close out with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Hold on. Amake said no one was bashing Brayden, and Kat got the heat. I don't care if she's nasty. It's sexism in play, and I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. She's absolutely over the top. She's good TV, and the producers know they're going to get a reaction out of her, so they'll manipulate scenes to get that sad reaction. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think it was actually fine for Tanner to go on a date. They only been on one date themselves. I'm gonna tell you, I would feel some sort of way if a guy that I was, hugged up with hugged up with and kissing, got hickeys all over my body from him, and then he goes on a date on my actual birthday. I would feel some sort of way. I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if he was into her. I think he liked the proximity to being with a bachelorette, but I don't think that he was actually really attracted to her. At all. Like, I just don't, it's just so weird to me. She's a former bachelorette. Why is this her journey on this show? It's weird. She does. Sarah said Rachel gets treated worse than any of these first night boots. I agree. It's weird. It is absolutely weird. Megan says, for Rachel to be a former bachelorette, this show was treating her like an afterthought. I agree. Whether you preferred Gabby more or not, she was still a lead and should be treated like one. I absolutely agree. McKay says, usually I would never say that a woman can't keep a man because that's anti-woman, but Rachel has some troubles keeping a fella for sure. I don't know what it is. It's really, really weird. I think that maybe she just might be a little less reserved. But her date with Braden seemed really promising. I could not believe that he just cooled on her that quickly. Miss Brown Sugar said, I can't believe Rachel trusted production enough to come back on the show. They just threw her in general population. Meanwhile, all the other bachelorettes are showing up as celebrities. Facts are facts. Facts are facts. Miss Brown Sugar said, let Kat tell it. I don't know that Charity would say that Kat was her bestie. Yeah, that was a little weird. That was a little weird. Absolutely. Like, this is the thing. Men have no discernment. I do not understand how the men do not know that when there's a rose ceremony where they are picking and eliminating women, all of a sudden the woman starts finding them attractive. How do you not know that you're being used for a rose? John Henry's like, yeah, I know that, Kat didn't pay any attention to me before. And I know it's a little suspicious that she is now, but I want to see where it goes. It goes to you being eliminated and her staying with the guy that she really wants. NTR said, Aaron being ready to trash Charity seems like he did with his exes, a trend. His story just kept on changing. It kept on changing. And also, can we talk about how he's ready to propose to Eliza? How? How? Oh my goodness. Please do not put her in that awkward position. Please do not do that to her. Amma said, guilty men shake at the first sign of confrontation. Johnny said, did you hear about the drama with Olivia, Avon, and Kylie online? No, I did not. Please spill. I did. And I have to be honest, I thought it wouldn't happen. I thought it would not happen. Fingers crossed, praying for them. Because I don't know what it is about marriage, but people can be in love. As soon as they get married, I don't know what happens. I do not know what happens. Maybe it's because y'all inviting God into your relationships, or maybe y'all just don't need to let him in. Do what y'all been doing. It's something about people can be together forever. As soon as they get married, ciao. But congrats to them. I pray it works out because Mary just seemed to be all into that man. Good for her. It seems like it. It seems like it. Johnny said, I hope they're doing Rachel like that because she's going to get her love. So it don't look like it. It don't look like it. I'm very concerned. Very concerned. Amma also said, an early proposal is so creepy. We're on a dating show. I do not want to get engaged with pure chaos around me. And listen, some of these engagements actually work and go the distance. I'm looking at the time, so I'm going to get into Beverly Hills a little early because we got a lot to talk about with that one. So let's get into it. Let's end here with the girls. This is not funny. It's not. Why does Dorit keep on getting robbed? Where the hell do you live? Alcatraz? Like, this is crazy. This is crazy that Dorit keeps on getting robbed. Where are you shopping? Where do you live? This is crazy. I live in a valley. I don't go through that. I do not go through. I live in a very walkable area. I shop. I put my, my bag in my shopping cart, but I watch my bag. I'm not pushing my bag one way and I'm begging. I don't play that. But I don't feel like I have to do that where I live. Where do you live, mama? I was like, she got robbed again? Girl, what's happening? And this is just too much of a coincidence to read. Too much of a coincidence. Let's stay here. Let's talk about Dorit and PK's anniversary. Why did I think that Sutton was serenading PK and Dorit? Didn't it look like Sutton? And was that the lady who actually sang the song "Take My Breath Away"? No shade. It was the only reason why I asked is because the notes were a little different than what I remember. I remember "Take My Breath Away" being like a belting song, like "Take my breath away." Like I remember it being like that. She was like, "Take my breath away." Something happened. Something happened, and I was like, "Is this your song, or are you just somebody who is singing it?" I don't remember the song sounding like that, but the last time I heard it was on an infomercial in the 90s. So maybe my hearing could be a little off from that time to now. But is that lady's song? If it is, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Now, Star family, let's talk about it because y'all told me that Kyle is faking what's happening in her relationship. And I don't know if that's true. Here's why. The way her and Maurizio were arguing at her daughter's party about a tattoo, it was such a non-conversation that made me think, hold on, where's her picture? I had Kyle's picture here somewhere. Ooh. Child, that made me think that this was a real deal because they were bickering like a couple who actually does this. You know what I mean? Like it just felt like they really get into it. And like they're really in like a tough position because of what's really happening in their home. And they don't really communicate like that. So because they don't communicate like that, really, these little things about a tattoo is really going to bother Maurizio. Why I got to read up when I'm talking about Maurizio and Kyle? Messy. But those things like really would bother somebody who was like really going through because we've never really seen them like that. So it seemed like acting to me, but we will see. Y'all said that she faking. So I'll just let y'all get away with that. Let's get into Vegas for Crystal's birthday. Something was that wrong. Something was jealous. Where is she at? Where's little Polly Pocket? Something was jealous because she wanted to, have her legs spread open. She wore her pants and she wanted to have her legs spread open with a young buff man rubbing his face on her coochie. She tried to sit there and act like what Erica was doing was wrong and nasty and she did not like it. But we all heard you say, I can't believe I wore pants. I wore pants for nothing because you wanted to be picked. And as soon as you were not picked, you had an attitude and then you proceeded to have a temper tantrum and try to destroy Crystal's birthday party. This is why I don't like going on group trips with people who I'm not like mad close with, because there will always be that one person that you find out on a trip that you cannot travel with or like go on like any kind of trip with. And Sutton is that person because out of nowhere, you made Crystal's 40th birthday trip about you. Also, speaking of Crystal's 40th birthday trip, Garcelle, you could have acted like you actually planned this because Garcelle went in a hotel room and she's like, oh my God, wow. Happy birthday, Crystal. You got all of this. And I'm like, didn't you plan it? We know the show did it, but you got to act like this is something that you planned to put together. But she just dropped everything and was like, wow. I'm like, Garcelle, why are you shocked if you put the trip together, girl? Stick with it. Back to Sutton, wrong. And the way she was talking to Kyle, nasty. cussing Kyle out, screaming at her. And I think the only reason why Kyle didn't beat her up is because of last season she was drunk and she beat her up and it didn't go over well with the fans. So Kyle was, controlling her hands, but we know what she's capable of doing. Something was wrong and she was out of order. And then when the lady confronted her about it, all of a sudden she starts doing all this crying. All right, you beat me up enough. No, don't cry, because you weren't crying when you were cussing out Kyle. You weren't crying when you were mad at the dancers because they didn't spread your legs open or rub their faces on your vagina. You weren't doing that crying then. So why are you doing all that crying now? You were jealous because you wanted to be picked. And because you did not get picked at your big age, you had a temper tantrum and decided to ruin the trip. Crystal better than me. I would have been like, this is my party. Send her home. Send her home. I will say I am enjoying seeing Zen Erica. She looks stunning right here. I'm enjoying seeing her like chill, being very open and honest and talking about her situation. No shade, but Lisa Rinna needed to go. I am loving the energy this season. I really, really am. It's like not nasty or negative. It's just the ladies really existing. Erica's not nasty this season. She's more fun. She's back to her fun self, in my opinion, and she's just tolerable. Like I can watch her and not be disgusted, right? She's very open and honest about her financial situation, where she's just like, listen, I miss the money. I ain't even gonna hold you. I miss the money. I don't even look at my bills because I don't like paying bills because I'm just not used to it. And I know that there's certain things that I can and cannot do. Like I used to travel all the time when I was spending, victims' money, but now I don't have access to that wealth anymore. So I can't go the places that I used to go, and I can't shop the places that I used to shop. Like my life is very, very different. So of course I miss the money, but I would not go back to that situation. And I guess you wouldn't because of what has come out of it. But that aside, I am enjoying her this season. Crystal is still really flat for me. I'm not seeing much of anything. Like she tried to bring in the storyline with her brother and his fiance and forcing her brother to give back the engagement gifts. I didn't care. Like it was just really boring to me. I'm still waiting for her to hit the scene. Like how long she's in the main cast. We still have not met her. It's episode 4? When we gonna meet this girl? Bring her in. Let's get to Garcelle. So Garcelle is going through with her son, right? The son that was just like, I want more freedom and I want to live with my dad, and basically punishing her for being the strict parent, right? So she was just really, talking to the ladies about that. And then, one of the ladies mentioned that she's such a great mom. And, especially after everything that she dealt with her son. And Garcelle was just like, I don't know if I really want to share these things with you guys because, of how y'all talked about my kids. Here's the thing. And I get that Garcelle is not going to be me, right? I get Garcelle is not going to handle these situations like some of us Black women would like for her to handle the situations. I will say it's a little annoying seeing her cry every time Dorit challenges her. Because I'm just like, Dorit? It's Dorit. Cuss her out. Match her energy. Because when she made this comment, Dorit was just like, I don't do that to you. And that really hurt my feelings, Garcelle. And was going back and forth. And Garcelle was just like, well, that's how I feel. And if I'm saying this, you should. And I get it. Not everybody is going to handle a situation the way you want to handle a situation. But you're on TV and you're representing me. I want you to match Dorit's energy, period. I want you to match her energy. I want you to give her a good cuss out with no tears. No tears, because Dorit telling you to get over the way they talked about your child, the way Erica disrespected your son, the way Kyle disrespected your son, the way PK disrespected your son, the way Dorit disrespected your son. And for her, the woman who was a part of the disrespecting of your child to look you in your face and say, get over it, you should have jumped across that table. And Dorit, how you going to tell her to get over it? Aren't you the poster child for PTSD? Ain't nobody telling you to get over the fact that you keep on getting robbed in Beverly Hills. Like, this is crazy to me. This is crazy. Everywhere where the hell are you shopping? John's? I thought you were shopping at like freaking Erewhon or something, or Whole Foods. How you getting robbed everywhere? Girl, Dorit, what the hell is going on? So I feel like Garcelle is absolutely right to say not trust the ladies. Yes, you can forgive and you can move forward, but you can also move with caution, right? Because I'm not going to let you do it again. Although I've forgiven you and I'm like, yeah, I'll be around you, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give you another opportunity to disrespect my child. So I agree with her. I agree with her. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Team Kyle, I'm liking what I've been seeing. And I can't believe that I am siding with Kyle over Sutton because Sutton is something going on. I don't know what it is because when Kyle invites her over to talk about their issue, she didn't need to invite her over. Sutton should have invited her over because Sutton disrespected her, right? But Kyle invites her over and she wants to talk about, Vegas and how Sutton spoke to her and, how Sutton was falling out or whatever. And she's telling Sutton about how she felt when Sutton disrespected her. And Sutton goes, name him, name him, name him, name. Like she kept on saying name him. And like Kyle was trying to talk to her to the point where Kyle got frustrated. It was just like, stop it. Like I'm trying to like have a real conversation with you. You name him, like girl, chill. What's going on, Sutton? This don't seem like you. Like something is happening. It's far too many meltdowns. You're known for a good meltdown. It's far too many. Now, either you are mixing alcohol or something, or you're just turning it up for the show. I don't know if a producer threatened you and said you were on the chopping block. I don't know what it is, but it seems a little off from what I'm used to seeing from Sutton. Because you are so unhinged, I'm siding with Kyle. And that never happens. What the hell is going on there? What the hell is going on there? I am starting to see the beginnings, hopefully it doesn't happen, of the breakup of Garcelle and Sutton. Because Garcelle in her confessional was just like, maybe I need to stop standing up for Sutton and let her fight her own battles. I'm like, well, what if she does the same to you? Because y'all both stick up for each other. That's what friends are for. Garcelle, I don't like this. I do not like this. This is the thing. Even if you think your friend is wrong, you don't sit and discuss them with people who do not like them. Like, you don't have that conversation. You don't sit with Erica, who's always had a problem with Sutton, and be like, oh, I didn't agree with what she did. Yet she went too far. No, that's your girl. That's your girl. And I feel like you're throwing Sutton away because Erica is the friend that you always wanted. But now that Erica is no longer attached to Lisa Rinna, she's a much different person. And you feel like that's the friend that's the girl that you want to be friends with, not Sutton, who's always on the outside, on the outskirts with the group. And it's giving me, I'm trying to be with the cool girls, and I no longer want to be attached to the outsider now that I kind of have an in. I don't like it because Dorita's always going to check you and put you in your place until you stand up to her. Girl, get her together. Get her together. What else did I want to talk about? That's it. The Vegas trip was the one that had the most things, and I talked about that already. But I'm waiting for Anne-Marie. When we gonna get Anne-Marie? When we gonna get Anne-Marie? Like, I'm waiting for her. Wasn't she? Everybody kept on having meltdowns and making it about them, and Crystal didn't say anything. I would have been like, this is my birthday. I would have went full Stassi. This is my birthday. Can you not do this on my birthday? But Crystal was chill. How you gonna leave your birthday event because Sutton was having a temper tantrum? Erica was like, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. Erica went up on that stage, lifted them legs, looked at that boy and said, go, and had a good time. Then she got back up and she sat down and she saw them, acting all prudish and leaving. And she was just like, I'm staying. She stayed to the end. So, Crystal going to get up. I'm going to go because something. What? Your birthday? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Smitty said, Anne-Marie looks like an older version of Chantel from the family Chantel. I agree. I agree. Miss Brown Sugar said, I can't stand how the flop 5, now 3, make problems that don't need to be there by reacting to someone else's reaction. Sutton's weird. Let her be weird in the lobby and y'all keep partying. I agree. They should have let her go. They should have let her go. Kyle then ran out there trying to get the tea and Sutton cussed her out. NC said, in my opinion, Sutton being upset stemmed from the beginning of the episode when they were heckling her for her dating habits, and then she carried that into the night. Were they heckling her or were they giving her back information that she gave them? Like, you're saying all these things about yourself, and then when somebody says the terrible things that you say about yourself to you back, all of a sudden you got a problem. Well, maybe you need to talk about yourself nicer, and other people will. Other people will. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think one, Sutton was jealous and had her feelings hurt too, but Sutton did not ruin the party. That was the producer, Kyle instigating the issue and then making everyone leave. Sutton should have waited. Yeah, I would have left her right in that a sprinter until I was ready to go. And then when I, as the birthday girl, got in the sprinter, I would have said, Sutton, when we get to the hotel, you can pack your bags and leave. Because I want to have fun and you're being a party pooper. Or Garcelle should have done that. Like, if you're hosting this, you should have done that. Speaking of Garcelle and Sutton hosting, I don't like the way Sutton treats our servant. It's giving big Ramona Singer energy. That man is too old and too big to be talked to like that and treated like that by Sutton. And Garcelle, if you're her friend, you need to tell her that's not becoming, right? Because you're going to look at the guy and be like, oh, I'm so sorry for you. Don't do that. Check your friend in front of him so he can know that you're not gang with that you're not okay with him being treated like that. Oh, eat the rich, please. Miss Brown Sugar says, same with Garcelle and Dorit. Dorit gets offended if someone is offended by her behavior and was so quick to move on to Garcelle yelling or bullying. True. It's something, it doesn't seem like it's her. Something is happening. Something is happening. Miss Brown Sugar said, nope, Team Sutton on this one. Kyle starting stuff, and then, man, when people react, she does have meltdowns, but not more than the rest. Kyle throws a fit 3 seasons, three seasons at least. True, right? But in this moment, something was wrong. In this moment, she was wrong. She said somebody's birthday celebration. Why are you having a temper tantrum at your big age? And then you're going to try to turn it around and be like, I'm not that kind of girl. It was too much for me. I didn't like it. That's why I reacted that way. No, you reacted that way because Erica was up on the stage when you thought that it should have been you. You wore pants because you wanted your legs spread open like Erica. That's what it is. But then to try to twist it and make it seem like the ladies are not classy or trashy because that's not what you do. That's not your brand. What freaking brand? You're on a reality TV show where you're being paid to be messy. That's your brand. Spread your legs and have a good time. Nikki said, I'd have to leave immediately with something repeating, name them over and over again or get arrested. She's so immature. Yeah, that was an immature moment. I'm like, what is going on with you, girl? Candace said, I wanted Garcelle to cuss Dorit out so bad. I'm sick of her, but it's not going to happen. That's just not who Garcelle is. We just got to be okay with that. Miss Brown Sugar said, and this ain't the first time that Garcelle has been a little flaky about Sutton too, whereas Sutton is going to shut that ish down immediately. Yep. NC said, Cal should have left Sutton to her own device and gone back to the show instead of rallying everyone and making them leave. It was clear she did it to use against Sutton later. What was also very clear is that her and Mauricio are going through, because I'm telling you right now, there's no way that the Cal that we met in the beginning of this show would lay there. First of all, everybody said wear pants. If you want the men to pull you up on the stage, wear pants. Cal wore this short dress. I said, oh, so you want somebody to open your legs up? You want to show the panties, because if you remember, the show didn't show the whole set. They only showed that man licking whipped cream off of her body. But then the next thing we know, we see Kyle getting up off the stage. So we don't know what happened after he licked that whipped cream off of her, because he licked it off of her. Then he walked over and started pulling down his pants and was just like, come on. So what did he do after that? Everybody said, wear pants if you're going to go on stage. Kyle walked out with a mini dress and wanted somebody to say something. You and something with that man. You and your husband are going through, because Kyle would never do that. Not Kyle, the mother. She would never do that. But you're sitting up there getting whipped cream licked off your body. Girl, you and that man going through. You and that man going through. NC said the way Garcelle lets Dorit's microaggressive A gaslight her and play in her face is something I will never understand ever. I hope Anne Marie gives the energy we're looking for. I hope she gives the energy that we want Garcelle to give. Miss Brown Sugar said no one needed to leave, and the performers wouldn't have known anything about it if not Kyle and Erica making us think about it. Erica was wrong with that because I don't think they knew, and I will give you that. She was wrong. Nikki said Sutton runs because she knows someone would follow her. Absolutely. Miss Brown Sugar said, not her servant, but yes, that is a problem. I didn't think that was cute how she treated Avi at all. And then was singing that song and making him like, you don't treat a human being like that. I don't care if you're paying them. You do not treat a human being like that. Miss Brown Sugar said, also, can we talk about those ladies who lunch drapey pants? All that money was still such a weird style. Like nobody cares that you wear a kitten sweater on a date. Like, you're an older woman. I don't think the men that you're going on dates with are expecting you to wear a bustier to dinner. Like, it's okay, girl. Wear your kitten shirt. That's fine. Drewski said, gobsmacked at Sutton acting like all of this in contrast with Erica apparently being zen. Someone checked the sky for pigs, right? They like switched places. It was crazy. It is Opposites Day. Eltovina Mango said, Nikki, you are giving us content after content. You are working for us, mama, and I appreciate it. I love it, but I am also so sorry. Oh, no, it's fine. I just want to catch up. So next week, these shows will all be separate, but I'm like so not caught up on these shows. I'm doing them all together. But I told you guys, I'm on winter break. I have nothing to do but sleep and be on YouTube. So this is where I will be. Blue Jay said, I think the way housewives in general treating their staff is painful to watch. Yeah. Like Sutton to me was big Ramona Singer energy. I did not like it. Nikki, thank you so much for the super chat. Nikki said, thankful for you and the Star fam. Happy early Thanksgiving, Nikki. Thank you so much. And if you are cooking Thanksgiving, tomorrow is the last day for you to be in that market. I'm telling you, if you are hosting and cooking Thanksgiving dinner, you do not need to be in the market on the weekend or next week. Whoever is in that home with you that is not cooking needs to be the one running to the market if you forget something. You are cooking. You need to be posted up in that kitchen all weekend and all the way up until Thanksgiving Day. You do not need to be running out to the store and then coming back trying to make a feast. No. Tomorrow's the last day. I'm going to be out there bright and early. My market opens at 6 a.m. I will be in that parking lot at 5:59, shaking my keys, waiting for them to open that door. And that's it. I will not be in the market this weekend. Oh, I got that. What? Oh, wait, what's that? I'm trying to make sure I got everybody. I think they know it. Okay, I think I'm pretty much caught up. I am. I got that. I'm good. Guys, we did it in, well, I'm a little over 12 minutes, but I said we were going to do it in 2 hours, and I'm very proud of myself. I'm very, very proud of myself. I think I got the majority of the comments. I got my super chats, right? I got my super chats, and I got through all 4 shows. Look at God. Anyway, let me get out of here. I got to finish watching The Family Chantel. I got to work on my hot topics for tomorrow. So tomorrow is Golden Bachelor with Mama Star. I want to do hot topics first, and then The Family Chantel. But that's going to be recorded, so that won't be a live. But the 2 lives that you could expect tomorrow is hot topics and the Golden Bachelor with Mama Star. Bachelor in Paradise will be recorded because I'm going to be doing a lot of cooking. I got to be focused. So I'm probably going to do a lot of my recorded videos at like 3 a.m. So do not judge me. Do not judge me, but that is where I will be. Thank you so much, Drewski. Drewski said Brown was covered, child. Good night. Miss Rodriguez said, I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise on the second screen and it's just not moving me. This wasn't a really great season. I gotta be honest with you. It wasn't a really great season. I don't think we're gonna have any couples leaving the beach, unfortunately. But we will talk about that probably sometime this weekend. Love you all so much. Thank you all for sticking with me. Look out for videos on Friday and on Saturday. I think Sunday is the only day where I won't have a video, but I will have a video every other day or a live because I won't want a break. I'm here for you. Get me while you can because, baby, the industry is back. Love you all. Good night. See you soon with something else. Bye.